brings us to the Tar Heel state of North Carolina, where the spirit of the late Sam Mills lives on with the pounding of the drum as we're ready for football at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Carolina Panthers. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen ready to get the preseason started. We are underway in Uptown Charlotte. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So the Panthers led out by their quarterback, Bryce Young. Shaky rookie year, but the back end of his second year, Greg, very effective for the man who was the #1 overall pick out of Alabama in 2023.
Starting all the way back in the spring, Mike, there has been months of preparation building up for this very game. And a lot of the guys on the sideline that have been around for a long time, these preseason games might not feel all that important. But I promise you, that young guy who's putting an NFL helmet on for the very first time running out of that tunnel, these games go a long way, not only to making this current roster, but trying to make a career out of playing in the NFL.
Ready, set! Just a yard on first down. Here's 2nd and 9.
Down. Yellow, 43. Set.
Another run here with Hubbard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. A pickup there of 19 yards. It's a Carolina first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Got it.
Here's 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Black 40. Ready.
On play action, Young. He's got the first-round pick, Teteroa McMillan. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ready.
Young hands it to Hubbard. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. This one's broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Hit that a little too well. Lands a couple of yards in the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the veteran, still going, former Super Bowl MVP, comeback player of the year in 2023. It's Joe Flacco.
Judging by our conversations with the coaches, Mike, I think it's a pretty safe bet. We won't be seeing a lot of this guy. I think what they're trying to do is just get him under center, knock off some of the rest of the offseason, and get him a couple live reps before he starts in week 1. At the end of the day, you just can't replicate this style of live action in practice. So whether you're an established veteran like him or a young quarterback, these reps in the preseason are invaluable.
And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Nick Scorton there to make the stop.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They get 19 on that pass play. It's a Browns first down.
That's good for a Browns first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
He's got his man, the tight end, David Njoku. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
Panthers 47-yard line.
Tillman, the man in motion. On 2nd down, it's 4. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
A little miscommunication there. Now brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
So on 4th down, the lefty, Corey Bojorquez to punt for Cleveland. Trevor Etienne is back deep for Carolina. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. And Greg, week 1 here in the preseason. Look, we know a lot of the guys who are going to make the roster, but there's still a lot to happen in training camp that players can find their way to a spot on the opening Sunday.
You know, we hear these stories all the time, Mike, where there's a little buzz about a guy in training camp and coming out of the local beat reporters and maybe the coaches talking about him a little bit. But then there's the surrounding question is he going to make the roster? And it's really what they do in these preseason games away from practice that ends up being the deciding factor. And how often do we see not only do they make the roster, but in some cases they go on to really have critical roles down the line as the season unfolds. So I know to a lot of fans and some of the veterans, these games don't feel like a whole lot. But to some guys on that sideline, their entire careers are fun. And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
Ready?
2nd and inches.
10 yards on the pickup.
Ready,
Second
ready.
and inches.
60
at
red.
the 46-yard
60
line.
red. Ready, ready.
They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
This is just another creative wrinkle that they can add to their offense to help move the chains. They don't do a ton of sweeps throughout the course of the game, but they do just enough here and there to keep the defense guessing.
Black, 95. Ready.
Young to throw on first down. Over the middle, he locates McMillan. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker. Ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Set. 52 blue. Ready.
They'll run it here with Hubbard. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
That's another Panthers first down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Set. Ready. Black 40. Set.
Young to throw on 1st and 10. Oh, that swung out wide and intercepted into the hands of Myles Garrett. to this one. It is a pick six to make it a 6-0 lead.
And Mike, we talked all week which offense was going to be able to strike first and play with the lead. Well, the defense, they had other plans. They're able to put the first points on the board by capitalizing with that pick six.
Extra point try forthcoming. He gets it to go, and the Browns will take a 7-0 lead.
Panthers, nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Get this drive started. On the ground, it's Hubbard. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
They'll go again with Hubbard. They'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
Set cut. Set cut.
From the gun, it's Young. He's got his man. That's Leakett. 15 yards through the air. It's good for a Panther 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
To the right side, he finds McMillan. They're going to work this down inside the 45. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
2-yard line.
Down. Red. Set.
To throw, Young. Just set up the screen here to Hubbard. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
On 2nd down, a run with Hubbard. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And on 3rd down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop, and falls incomplete. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
goal. Fitzgerald is back out there to send this one away. DeAndre Carter on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. To throw is Flacco. That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Completing that one to Carter. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
One quarter in the books. It's the Browns with the advantage. And we'll return to Charlotte in a moment. Start of the second. Browns in control of the football as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Ready, set. Track. Let go.
Here comes the rookie, Quinshawn Judkins. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Ready.
A give now to Judkins on his own read. And this defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back and they get him down for no gain. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Slot man in motion left.
Go.
On 3rd down, Sanders. And that is incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
So the Browns going to bring out their kicker and try a field goal. This will be from 56 yards away. His kick is perfect. And the Browns go out to a 10-3 lead. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it 1st down.
Here we go, set. Ready.
They'll give it here to Judkins. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
So the offense trots out the old jumbo package. So they bring out 3 tight ends, big bodies, but the defense kind of sees it coming. They've got to change it up. You can't be so predictable. Big bodies run, small bodies pass, and I think that's a little bit of what's going on here.
And a much more positive run here. That one good for 10, but it's still going to leave him with a 3rd down coming up.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those 2 things look alike Man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
Ready.
We'll try and run for the first with Judkins. And he's in! Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown, Cleveland.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Now the try here for the point after. His kick is good, and the Browns extend their advantage to 14-3.
Panthers 3.
First of all, you ain't back long enough. With me, you ain't strong enough. So whatever it is, they got you looking like you Superman. I got the compliment. The mic, that character. It's not even good actors. What's gonna be the outcome? Let's add up all the factors. Back, the girls are home, broke, kid ain't yours, and everybody knows. Oh man, make you stupid. You be like, so, I love my baby mama. I never let her go. I'm tired of it. Wanna go get this over wrong with them. Wrong with them. I'm for real, like my hands in them. Who get it all, strip for the hands with them. And y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in the air, up in the air. Y'all gon' make me
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is Jimmy Horn Jr. on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Panthers offense make their way out to take over once more. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. Now Dalton. First down throw there is incomplete.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
A run with the rookie from Georgia. It's Trevor Etienne. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play. It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down, or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. First and 10 now from the 36.
Come on. Set. Gravity lock.
Now, Shador. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, considering how this offense has played in the first couple possessions, I'm surprised that one wasn't completed. It seems like that's the first miss of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Continue to build on this momentum because so far they've come out hot in this one.
Room to run past midfield. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. They get 22 yards there. First down, Cleveland.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
Get it. Viking 18.
And on first down, it's back to Judkins. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. They keep feeding him. 15 more on the ground. And another first down.
The trend around the league, Mike, is that we've seen that running back has really turned into a young man's game. And there's something to be said for having some fresh legs, fresh out of college. They love the dynamic ability this guy brings to their rushing attack. And it's clear why.
And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
70, go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to Judkins. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
The 12-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
Second and 7.
Ready. Cougar Knights, baby.
On the ground, here's Dylan Sampson. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down.
It's a gain of 4. And it's third down.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Sanders. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Isaiah Bond. Touchdown, Browns. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
The extra point try forthcoming. It's up and through. And the Browns move out to a 21-3 advantage. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Horn now to return it. Whoa! And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Panthers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now Dalton to throw. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. Jatavian Sanders was the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a second down.
So I actually really like the concept of the pass play, and I think if we see a little bit better pass protection, even just a second longer, that's probably a completed pass, but I think the pressure just sped his clock up just enough, Mike, that he wasn't able to get that ball exactly where it needed to be.
And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up third down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
And on third down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he is on to punt for Carolina. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Browns offense and Quinshon Judkins making their way back out. They'll start out first down and 10. To throw is Sanders. On his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
And that'll be a gain of 2 and a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Here comes the jet sweep. And that one shut down right away. Good pressure on the backside. The defense stops him for no gain.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
This one could be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
It is third and long.
Let's go. Crackle 80.
From the gun, it's Shador. And this ball incomplete on third down.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball, and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
Now it's Horn. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. Panthers offense ready for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10.
Already know how it go. Already know I got shit on go. Money calling gotta go. You gotta go if you play on
Lead.
Dalton. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up second and
From
3.
the 25, here's second and 3.
Lady!
The carry here for ETN. And he's going to have a first down. Tackle made up at the 33-yard line.
It's a gain of 8.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
To throw is Dalton. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
It's now second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Now ETN. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, it's been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Here's Dalton. That one's hauled in the side by McMillan. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. The Browns offense and Quinshon Judkins making their way back out. They'll begin with 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Liking 8.
Here's Sanders to throw. That's to the right side and incomplete.
And it was really the pressure that threw that play off, Mike. I mean, he tries to counter the blitz by going to the quick game, which is fine, but it just seemed like they weren't necessarily on the same page and results in a drop.
60 boxes, 6 pennies.
To give to Judkins, heading right. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Back at the 28-yard line.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Third and long.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
From the gun, it's Sanders. Throw right side, pulled in by Mitchell. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
And the Browns, first down.
Hold it set. Stephanie. 68.
Out of the gun, it's Sanders. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. The Panthers will take their first timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
Let's go. 19.
Now, Sanders. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
A the middle goes Judkins here. And the defense strings him out. He'll fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their second. Talk things over before third down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Got it. Ready?
Third down and 9.
2. Crack all 80.
Now it's Sanders. And that is incomplete.
Well, we sit up here all the time and we try to break down why certain plays work or don't work. Well, this one's not real tricky. I mean, he just simply needs to catch the ball. I mean, that close to the first down chain. If he just catches that ball and turns upfield, they extend this drive. He's got to come over to the sideline, take a deep breath, tell his guys, hey, man, that's on me. And he's got to go out and make that next play because his team's going to need him to play better as the rest of this game continues.
The Panthers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Throwing, Dalton. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
And he's out past the 30 and out of bounds. A gain there of 11. It's a Carolina first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now it's Dalton. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
1st and 10.
Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their second, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Two first downs have them up to the 44-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Etienne. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
3rd and long. Back to throw. A throw left side, caught by Sanders. And he'll be forced out of bounds. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And downfield, he's got Sanders, the tight end. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. The Panthers, they're going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Red zone now. He'll drop to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down. Play is stopped for a moment. It is an injured Carolina Panther on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. It really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the first down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
That is hot, and he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
Brings up second and goal.
Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. On the return, it's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Browns offense and Quinshon Judkins making their way back out. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Crack on, let's go.
Sanders will throw it. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60.
We'll run it with Judkins. He'll dodge one would-be tackle. He'll wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball. And it is 4th down.
So you have to imagine this offense goes in at halftime. They're feeling pretty good about the position they are, especially knowing they possess the ball coming out for the second half. You want to put together a great drive and add to the lead. No time to be conservative, no time to just sit on this ball and punt. You want to keep the pressure on the defense and score every time you get it.
And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The Panthers offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10.
Lady, guys up.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man. This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Hot, hot. Green 18! Stop!
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. 23 yards on that pass play. It's good for a Panther first down.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Now a 3rd and 2.
Hands up! Ladies! Leave up!
They'll run. It's ETN. I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
On now is the punt team for the Panthers, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. And he'll give his guys a little bit more room to work with as he's able to get forward out beyond the 10-yard line. The Browns offense ready to get back at it. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10.
Ready! Tag! 60 Bison! 60 Bison!
They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 15-yard line.
Come on! Hit! Viking 18!
Again, it's Judkins. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
70 Timberwolves!
On 3rd down, here's Judkins. And he's going to go backwards again. The defense coming up big, forcing 4th down.
The key to a good zone read offense is the timing, and in this case, it took a little bit longer to get going. By the time the back was given the ball, the defense was through. They're able to take him down on 3rd down for a big loss.
The Browns getting their punting team out there, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. On the ground, here's ETN. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
On the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Ladies!
They'll stick with him again. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 17 yards, the gain there. It's a Carolina first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
They'll stay on the ground. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Now Dalton. Pass to the receiver, Moore. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard
It's a
line.
gain of 14 yards.
14 yards on that pass play there. It's good for a Panther first down.
First and 10 at the
Whatever they've talked about in the
17-yard
locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Not much happening there. Just a short gain.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
And he tries to get to the edge, but cannot do it. Good job by the defense. No gain.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
Dalton to throw. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
He'll drop to throw. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on fourth and wind up turning it over on down.
Turnover on down.
The Browns offense and Quinshon Judkins making their way back out. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far.
Cardinal, ready?
Time starts with a run by Judkins. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
14-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Ready, break! Ready! Craft all 80!
They run it once more with Judkins. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Every rookie that finds themselves in the lineup, Mike, they're trying to make plays that keep them in the lineup. Continue to show your coaches they can trust you as a young player in this league, and he continues to make plays like this. He's going to find himself in the lineup more and more often as the year unfolds.
He dives, and what a catch for the first down. The rookie from Colorado on target with that throw. His guys have a first down.
You just love to see this effort, especially on third down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and that's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Here we go, set! Nice! machine, tight.
On second down, it's Judkins. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7.
Tag. 70 Timberwolves. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Sanders. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Punting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away. He'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Panthers offense starting to trot out for this next possession.
Lady, stop.
Dalton. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Lady, stop.
They'll give on the ground. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A pickup of 14 on that one. It's a Carolina 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Lady,
To throw is Dalton. Quick throw, taken in. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
3-yard pickup.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
A handoff as they try to run it here. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
That'll be caught. It's Rico Dowdle. A gain of 17 yards. It's good for a Panther 1st down.
That's good for a Panthers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
That one into the hands of Moore downfield. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this 3rd quarter.
1st and 10 at the 22.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. EA Sports back for more. The NFL preseason after this. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Lady.
Here's Dalton. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
try again. It's 2nd and 10. Handoff here, up the middle. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. It's a Carolina first down.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
A run now on 2nd down, and no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Good drive so far, but this is a big hurdle. It is 3rd and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Third field goal, a 29-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Panthers are back within 2 scores.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Ryan Fitzgerald kicking off for Carolina.
So now, after the field goal, Fitzgerald is back out there to send this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn. And they get set to take over again on offense. It's all gone according to plan here in this preseason opener. And looking to finish things strong here in the 4th quarter. Play clock down to 0. That is not the way to start a drive.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Shador. That's into traffic, but taken in. And he'll get the penalty yardage and then some back, and is very close to a first down. From the 35, here's 2nd and a yard. A tight end in motion now. Play action, it's Sanders. I had a defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case...
Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Intercepted. The Panthers take over.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception, but boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part.
And he will score! Game on! Ja'Tavion Sanders! Touchdown, Panthers! So they get the touchdown, and now it is a 9-point game. Greg, you can go for 1 and make it a 1-possession game. Or some people think about going for 2 here. What would you do?
I think I'm going for 2, Mike. Listen, the way you have to look at it is I need a 2-point conversion at some point. But I want to know now, am I down truly 2 scores, or am I able to get it down to 7 and truly make it a 1 score? So I'm going for 2 now, and I want to know what the rest of this game looks like. How many possessions do I need?
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. He fields it at the 8. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. The Browns offense ready to get back at it. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. From the gun, it's Sanders. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 3.
Ready! Nice! Ready!
Judkins going to get it on the zone read. He's inside the 40. And he's all the way down to the 30-yard line. It is a big play for the Browns. A pickup of 44 yards.
First down.
Ready!
They'll throw on 1st down with Sanders. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he's going to be taken down, but there are 1, 2, 3 flags on the field. I don't think this is going to stand. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10.
Get it! 70 Timberwolves!
They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Cleveland. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Makes the score Browns 28, Panthers 13.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Horn now to return it. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. The Panthers offense getting set to get back to work.
At their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Hands up! Now
Now it's Dalton. to the left side into the hands of Moore. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Hands up. 15.
Throwing, Dalton. His throw left side is complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
Blitz coming, he'll throw it. That's over the middle to his tight end, Sanders. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Back to the right, caught by Sanders. And he will score! Game on! Ja'Tavion Sanders! Touchdown, Panthers! He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The kick here is good, so they are back within a possession. That gets it down to an 8-point game. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Browns offense and Quinshon Judkins making their way back out.
Here we go.
On first down, it's Sanders. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
A gain of 15. And the Browns first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, Judkins. And despite a nice juke, they're going to get a yard to show. Second down.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. Go.
A run, and here comes Judkins. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. It's a Browns first down.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
And this is a slight improvement over the previous, but it's not a lose yardage. Not gaining any either. It's third down.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
19, Tiger, 19.
Now Sanders on third and long. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up fourth down. So now out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to make it a two-possession lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a two-score advantage. That's the danger. They try to sell out and block it. Instead, get the roughing call, and it results in a first down.
Here we go, set.
To throw is Sanders. This is caught at two. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
First and goal, Cleveland.
Ready. Hit.
They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And he'll go the wrong way, trying to use that speed to get out to the pylon, but he had to give ground, and they tackle him for a loss.
Brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
From back at the 2 now, here's second and goal.
Get it. Ready.
Judkins trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
On third and goal, Sanders. And that is incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that third down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this fourth down after failing on third.
And he's got another one. Touchdown Browns. His big night continues. His third touchdown of the game. Greg, I wasn't so certain about leaving the offense out there, but they did, and it paid off with a touchdown.
And I love it, Mike. I think we're starting to see this more and more often in today's NFL. Take advantage of field position. Put the trust in your offense. It's exactly what their head coach does here, and certainly pays off.
Panthers 20.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Horn now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
At their own
The Panthers offense ready to see what they can do.
Hands up. Lady. Stop.
Now Dalton. There's that man again. Another catch. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. So here comes 3rd and 5.
Lady.
They'll drop the throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. So the key to this play is when you're going to play pass coverage and you're going to drop in depth, you have to understand if the quarterback drops the ball off short, you need to rally tackle. You need to limit the run after the catch. Don't let that receiver pick up the first down. That's exactly what this defense was able to do in this situation. Tackle him short of the chains and force the turnover on downs.
The Panthers will take their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. On the handoff, Judkins. He's got space inside the 25. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. They'll run it here. Here's Judkins. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their 2nd. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
Here we go. Here we go. Cougar 19.
They go play action now with Sanders. And that's going to line up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Down in here in the low red zone, Mike, these windows are just so short. The field's a lot wider than it is deep, so it really changes the scheme and the progression of the quarterback, and nowhere really to go with the ball. And
it is brought in the end zone. Isaiah Bond. Touchdown, Cleveland. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. They'll line it up to kick the extra point. He's got it. And the Browns will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Panthers 20.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Horn now to return it. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Panthers offense about ready to take over once more. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10.
318! That's up!
To throw is Dalton. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Jenkins.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Come on.
Second and 11.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So it's a win for the visiting Cleveland Browns as they start things out with a victory here in the first week of this preseason. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. From Charlotte, good night, everyone.